How do we explain grace as a substantive subject? Listen, the entire New Testament, the sacrifice on the cross, the finished work of Christ, delivered to us freely, is that substantive matter. Grace. All we'll be shouting is, something is there, unmerited favor, we have been pardoned. And so what? You must live the life. And you still need, this time, grace, not as a substantive matter, but as a means to a fruitful, enjoyable Christian life. God said, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. The expression, my strength, is the same thing as saying, my grace. Then he said, most gladly, therefore, I'd rather take it like that, to glory in my infirmities, so that the power of Christ. Are you seeing the choice of language? Don't read it too quickly. First of all, he said, my grace. Then he said, my strength. Thirdly, he said, the power of Christ. All three is the same. Grace. Living grace. Living grace. Living grace. Living grace. The Christian life become labor if you don't understand living grace. So over here in 2 Corinthians 12, we see grace not expressing itself as unmerited favor, not as a substantive matter, but as a means, living by grace. It is not enough to see grace in the Bible and say this is unmerited favor. It is more than that. Unmerited favor is a substantive thing we have enjoyed freely. But then we move on to living the Christian life with living grace. Dynamic grace. It is dynamic. Living grace is workful. Living grace comes by an activity of the believer. Living grace is procured at the throne of grace. The throne of grace is a prayer altar. This great grace, it came as a result of great prayers. Grace, living grace, comes by means of supplication. So living grace, which is the power of God, living grace, which is the strength of God, living grace, which is God's capacity given to the believer, living grace, which is an enabler, is only supplied at the throne of grace in prayer and supplication.